All right, most people got a taste of working from home during the pandemic. Some loved it, some not so much. And with the fast growing gig economy, more people now have a home office. So, how do we navigate the ups and downs of working from home? Our next guest, DOROTHY HOLLABAUGH, is the CEO of The Gig, a digital media company that is a resource for freelancers and the work from home crowd. Hi, DOROTHY. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, talk to me. Working from home means no commute, which is a huge benefit. But what are some of the challenges of working from home that people may not even realize?
So, there's a lot of different challenges, but really they all stem from the same core issue,
Mhm.
which is this blurring of lines that happens, between being at work and being at home when both of those things are happening in the same place. Working in an office really creates some inherent boundaries that makes it easier to compartmentalize. So, when you're working from home, you really need to be deliberate about creating those boundaries yourself, which unfortunately isn't something that we're typically taught.
Absolutely. Well, I know for me it's very difficult to work from home and I've had to endure it, but do you have some tips for us to stay sane while we're working from home?
Absolutely. The first one that I wanted to share is really the most simple, which is
Mm,
creating a structured work schedule
right.
and then sticking to it. The ultimate goal here is to make sure that you're both present for your work, whether it be your clients or your coworkers, and that you're being present for your home life and your family too. And so, creating a structured work schedule really just means getting up, starting, and finishing work at around the same time each day, because establishing boundaries like that are not only going to help you be more productive, but it's really going to help you to be present at work, present at home, and it's also going to help you sleep better too. There's really a lot of benefits that come with that.
Right. Okay. And now you also talk about work speak to set effective boundaries. Explain that, please.
All right, so this is really about creating boundaries with other people
Okay.
and to create them in a way that they'll be respected. So, for example, since your home and your office might be the same place, it's important to recognize that being out of the office doesn't have to only apply when you're away from the computer.
Mm.
It can simply mean that you're unavailable. And that could be because you're doing deep work on a project and you don't want to be disturbed, or because you're knee deep into the latest season of your favorite Netflix show. Using vernacular like out of the office can help your clients or your coworkers to show more respect for your personal time. And in a similar vein, meetings on your calendar don't always have to be work related. It could also
Hmm.
be calls to catch up with family or friends.
Oh, that's really smart, actually. And third is create a shutdown ritual. Is that just shutting your computer off at a certain time?
Well, so as humans, we don't come with an off switch, which is why one of the biggest challenges when working from home is figuring out how to shut your brain off from the stresses of the day when it's time to transition into your home life. Especially when I started freelancing, this was years ago, and I was in a 600 square foot apartment in Chicago. My desk was in my living room. And so when you're always able to see the office, especially if you don't have a place to actually close the door, when you're cooking dinner or relaxing with your friends, you might find that you're still thinking about work nonstop. So creating a shutdown ritual is really a mental hack to help literally train your brain on how to shut it off. It's a routine that you develop that signals the end of your workday. So, it could be going for a walk or journaling a few sentences about what went well for you that day. It could even be as simple as closing the office door, if you do have a physically separate workspace. But this is going to literally train your brain so that you can start to shut it down easier and make that transition into your home life.
Very smart. Well, thank you so much. Do you anywhere we can get more information about this?
Absolutely. You can go to thegig.io. We publish a daily email newsletter to help freelancers to work better with clients, grow their businesses, and work more effectively. You can also follow us on social media at Read the Gig on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you are.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for having me.